Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you happen to be on this breathtaking planet we call Earth, I sincerely hope you are having a mystical day, evening, night, wherever you're located. Today on my Blender channel, I'm getting right to the point. I'm going to be talking about the screw modifier. The screw modifier. You know, unfortunately, with Blender, probably with other 3D packages, there's only really about 2 or 3 modifiers that you use over and over and over and over and over. I know for Blender, at least, it's about 5. But the big 2 in Blender, the big 2, is the mirror modifier. Then next, not far behind that, is the subdivision surface. Then all the other modifiers, they transition here, there, slightly. Those are the big 2. Then after that, the others modifiers, they are distant third. Like I said, the topic is the screw modifier. I've been with Blender a long time, but I never cared for it much. But since my modeling skills has reached a high level, I'm starting to push these other modifiers down. Number 1, you know the dimension of this cube is 2 meters by 2 meters by 2 meters. Step number 1, when you're dealing with the screw modifier, it needs the Z to be thin. So keep that in mind. Nobody ever told me that about the modifier. To use it effectively and to see immediate results, your Z has to be thin. So I'm going to come over here again. Let me see how I make my Z. Yeah, let's make it 0.5. I'll make it smaller. I'll make it 0.3. So that's 3/10 of a meter. Now, I can click back on it. Then, I can come over here to my add modifier. Then we're going to hit screw. But you said nothing happened. And that's the beautiful thing about the screw modifier. It does what it says. You have to go right up here to the word screw. And then start adjusting it. And you see what's happening. It got that screw shape. Now remember this, good people. I didn't do nothing to the cube. I ain't adjusted and all of that. That's not for the cube. If you want to make it to an actual screw, you know, with my mouse, or with my writing at, right here, with my mouth, my writing, you can make this, more thinner. You can make this stuff in here thin. And then you will have your screw shape. But you see right here now you know why it's called the screw modifier. I ain't gonna go no more. It got its iterations. That means how many repeats it's gonna have. See, I'm gonna put it on 2. So it jumped up by 2. You see that? That's your iteration. So you don't gotta keep doing all that stuff anymore. Then you got the angle control, how many revolutions it's gonna make. If I put it to 0, it should go back to that shape. Zap, there you go, 0. So that's what the angle does. If I go up, you see it's slow. See, and you can leave it for that too. You don't gotta make a screw. If you want to have your things twist and a turn, you can use a screw modifier to give it that shape right there, that twisting shape. So remember that. You can make a piece of artwork. Then as you go up higher and higher, it starts to turn more and more. But right there, most of us, we can make unique art shapes with that screw modifier. Not just make a screw. You can make stuff with it. I'll put it back there at 300. I'll put it at 300 so it should have a good twist. You see, it's a good amount of twist. So, and then you can choose your axis. But since it's on my Z axis, so it made it go straight up. If it's on the X axis, you see, it still got that shape. You see, it still got that little shape, but it looks different. And I don't know why. It might be the same look. See, it got the same look. Alright, I'll put it back on Z. And then you can add I'm going to add an empty and see what that does to it. Where it says axis object, most of us love to add empties to it. Empty, plain. Then I'm going to click back on this. Then I'm going to choose my empty. Then I'm going to touch my empty and I'm going to grab it and see what happened. Oh, see that? So when you add an empty, whatever you make, it will always make some artistic effect. So you got that, people? So the mirror modifier, if you're making a piece of geometry and you want to add some weird artifacts to it, some weird artifact, use the 3D modifier. Now, since I'm going straight up, it's not changing much, see? But if I move on an X, if I put it back to its normal position, if I put the location, I'm saying if I put the location back to 0, 0, go straight down with the zeros. Okay, so it's back. So, alright, so that's it. That's not what I wanted to cover. This not my main topic. My main topic is using that mirror modifier to make objects for your scene, such as a drinking glass or whatever. And before I go on, I want to tell you what the modifier does. That's what I discovered. It takes circular. It takes an object like this right here. Then it spins it around on a circular motion. So it take an object like this and it spins it around in a circular motion. And here's your proof right here. I had a simple cube. There's still my cube shape up at the top. But it took the other parts and just spin it around in a circle over and over. And then the screw part just, the screw part just made the screw. Because if I bring down my, let me click back on this. If I bring down my screw parts, it'll take it back to what it was before. So the screw just lift it up and spin it. So we got that out the way. So let me get into my main activity. That's what I want to do today. So I can click on this. I don't need it no more. I have glass 1 and glass 2. You see it right there. Now, when a screw modifier, use a line. When it's a line shape, I don't think I'm going to be doing that screw motion. Or they may not have that weird effect because in mathematics, a line does not have no thickness. So it's not going to be worrying about the screw shape no much. But I could try that. But I'll worry about that later. So I'm gonna make me 2 more collections. New. I'm gonna call this one glass number 1. My second collection, I will call it glass number 2. And I'm gonna drop 1 and 2 in there in each one of these respectively. This goes into number 1. There it is in 1. This was in number 2, and that's there. I can hide number 2. All right, let's work. And when I did this, you see how the that the plane is. I just added an image and a reference. But you see how it's perpendicular to the Y and X. To do that, when you do this, I hit top and I hit front, and you see it's perpendicular. So I didn't have to worry about it being distorted on an angle. I did that. Now, so we good to go. So let me add in a plane. Add mesh plane. I want to rotate it on the X 90 degrees. That's what I wanted. Now, and I want to add. I'm gonna open up mirror 1 again. All right, I got that. I want to open up glass number 2 because I'm gonna do something special that I never saw no video before. See, it's about 10 videos about the screw modifier, 10 or 20. But the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm doing something that I ain't see the others do. That's why I'm making this video. I'm doing something that the other people have not done. So I want to click on edit mode. I'm going to get on the edge. I'm going to hit Shift D, and grab it on the X and drag it over if I can. Where that line at? Can I shift D that little edge right there? Shift D. Grab Z. Nope, it won't let me shift D that. I'm in edit mode. Shift D. But I can duplicate that plane. But it won't let me duplicate. I just want to do an edge without going through a whole lot of yada yada yada. Shift D. Oh, it did it. It did let me do it. So I'm going to take this edge and grab it over. G, X. I just want to put it. Z. I'm going to leave it right there for now so I can still see it. But it's still a part of the plane. I want to click over here on this other little edge, hit Shift D, grab on the X. Now this stuff is sort of stubborn though, don't it? I'll click on this, Shift D, grab X. Yeah. I'll click on this, Shift D, grab X. Shift D. Oh, I got two of them right there. Now, I'm going to hit P, selection. Hit this one, P, selection. I can go back to object mode. So, instead of doing it the old-fashioned way of destroying the plane, I just copied lines from the plane. That's all I wanted. I just don't throw it out there. And oops, wrong thing. I'm clicking on the plane, delete the plane. And each of these little lines is a separate entity. I can call this plane 2, plane 1. I can drag it right up here since I got the 1 right there. I'll put it in 1. It's there. I just leave it as plane 2 and let's drop it in 2. Alright, it's there. Now, here comes the beautiful part. And I'm going to grab 1. I'm going to put it back in front view. Oops. I'm going to hit tilde. Hit tilde. Put it back in front. Grab this. Grab on the X. Well, I really just can scale it. Scale on Z. You see that? Oh, it's scale too large though, isn't it? Scale on Z. Since this is a line, it's hard to scale. Scale on Z. I want to approximate my glass. I can scale it down just a little. Good. I can click on the other one and do the same thing. Object. Scale Z. I just want to get close. Alright, good. That's a good approximation. Now, I want to take it out. Oh. Then I'm going to click on my planes. I want to make my planes very, very light. I don't want them to be so dominant. So let's go hit the image. I got size. I can click on opacity. Reduce the opacity of my image. Right there. That's good enough. Because I want to see my... That's a good opacity right there. Click on the second one. Click on opacity again with my first opacity. Put on 002. Click on my second one. Click on opacity. Give it that same number. 0.072. Alright, so that's good. Now, let me check this plane out. See, that's why I couldn't see it, because both of them are in the back. I click on it. Click on it. Oh, click on this. Click on that line. Click on that line. GY. Just bring them to the front a little. And that should do it. Now I'm going to hit tilde. Front. And the line, see, they right in the front. So that's how I'm going to make my stuff. So I can put it right. I'm going to put it right in that GX. I'm going to put it right near the edge of it. And it's a little bit tall, so I scale Z. Good, that's a good approximation. Now here comes the magic that I ain't seen nobody ever do. Now, see, the reason I want to make this video, because you know, when you're making your scenes for your modeling scenes, you make a kitchen. You're gonna have a glass. You're gonna have a living room. There's gonna be some circular shape in there. Some circular shape, always. On your bed stand, you might have a glass. And that's why I'm interested in doing this now. So I'm gonna click on edit, and here's the magic. I'm gonna hit A, then I'm gonna see if I can subdivide this. I can't see no subdivision. I subdivided 10 times. Oh, and the reason I can't see nothing because I want to have it in. And now I can see all my subdivisions. And that's the beauty of how we will make this. Now, for this glass right here, yeah, I can probably even make the base, can I? Yes, I can. I can probably even make that base. Let's start. I want to put this vertices. And then it's best to have it on the move. I want to move it over. Then I'm going to drag it up. And I haven't done this before, so it's new to me, people. I have not done this. I just thought of the idea this morning. I want to try to keep these two equal, because I want to see if it's going to work the way I want it. Then I'm just going to drag it right in here. Good. So this is brand new for me. This coming straight off the presses. And if I want to make it better, I highlight these two vertices. Oops, not that one. I can highlight these two vertices right here. Then give it another subdivision. Subdivide. Now I can move this in some more. Like that. Bring this in. Like right there. Bring this in. Bring this in right here. And I can zoom in some more. So we just eyeball it. I can zoom in as much as I want to. Bring this in right here. I can click on this other one. Subdivide. Let's bring it in. Oops. Hit Control Z. Click on this one. Let's bring it in a little. Like right there. Click on this. Bring it in. And I really don't probably even have to subdivide, because I'm going to use the subdivision surface on this. And that'll smooth it out immensely. That's going to smooth it out even more. So we do that. We do that. Bring it down some more. We do that. And last but not least, we do that. Let's bring it down a little bit more. Now, here comes the moment of truth. I said I didn't practice this. The part that makes me a little bit hesitant or nervous is that bottom part. But it should work out in theory. It should work. It should work. So let's go to object mode. This is glass 1. So I can hide glass 1. There's my shape right there. We're going to use the magic. Hit the modifier. Hit screw. I'm sorry. Hit modifier. Look for screw. And there, but it look ugly. It's the reason why. Let's see why. Let's go to our axis. Here's X, Y, and there it is, Z. I guess we can grab, scale on X and see. I can do that. But it takes a lot of fat. I think I know why. Now, so the reason why it's so fat, we got to work on this piece in here. Let me put it back to the way it was. Let me bring back glass one. Let me click on here. Plane one. Oh, I guess this glass too. Yes. See? So, it got some weaknesses to it. Because it don't control all. This don't matter. And there's the screw part right there. So I just leave it on 0. I don't want no screw. I don't want to wipe on the iterations. I want to add an empty here. You know, just for the good of the order. It's not going to do much. It's not going to do much. But I just want to add my empty. Empty. And let me see. Oh, it's perfect now. Good enough. So that empty got us close to what we wanted. It got us real close to empty. Oh, brother, I got my glasses mixed up. It don't matter. Here's my glass. Here's my plane. I gotta go down here and glass. So I got these things mixed up. So I gotta deal with this. Sorry about that, people. I gotta put this in one. Grab this one. Put it up here and there. Now it should be consistent. Then I can go right here. I'll just change this to a 1. Come down here. Okay, now it's truly 2. Alright. So it's close. I click on it. Let me see if I scale it in. Scale on X. But I still want it to be. See, the bottom looks consistent. See, the bottom fits the bottom. And the top fits the top. What you'll have to do now, you will have to go. You probably will have to apply. Or can I work it in edit mode? I'm going to apply the modifier. Let's see what I can do now. I'm going to say, apply the modifier. I got that right. Then I can go to edit mode. I can put it in X-ray mode. I can select all this stuff in here. Then I can scale it. Scale on X. And see. And now we have what we wanted. Or pretty much close to it. You have to come to this side. I should have scaled the whole thing. Shift Z. Oh my God. I forgot that command. It says scale everything but Z. Alright, it don't matter. I'll scale it on the Y. Like that. Alright, that did it. Then if I'm going to do it some more, I can put it in X-ray mode. I can highlight in here. Put it back there. And I can scale a little area and some more too. You see that? I can go up here to the top. Put it back in X-ray mode. Shift a little area. Right there. Put it back on. And then scale it in a little bit too. Just a little. Put it back in X-ray mode. Come down here. Then scale this in just a little bit like that. And now it looks close to that glass. The empty, see, the empty was the magic. So remember, it ain't gonna be. And what I'm proud of is that base right there. You see that base right there? The base right there. And to give it a little bit of life, a little bit of kick, a little bit of pizzazz, we can go back to modifiers and we can choose Solidify. To give you like, you see up here at the top, the mouth, it has no thickness. You know, real glass got some thickness to it. So now I'm gonna click back on the modifiers, go up here, choose Solidify if I can find it. There's my Solidify. Let me see. I'm gonna give it a little bit of thick. Oh, there it is. There's a little bit of thickness, like that. And now the whole thing, even the base, got a little bit of thickness. I'm gonna put it back on 0. That's how it look, which is unrealistic. It was 0.03. All right, that's a little bit more better. I can hide my plane now, cause we see it worked out, and there it is right there. I got the little ugly part right here. What's that ugly thing right there? Let me take off of this. Okay, it looks perfect now. No, but it got that seam right there too. See, it got that little seams over there. Oh, it probably joined right back here again at that seam, but I ain't gonna worry about that. If you wanted to, you can go right into the sculpt tool and sculpt it out and make it smooth. But that's a topic for another day. So the sculpting was sculpted out. But you know, if it's a glass on the table, you know, a glass is tiny, nobody ain't gonna notice all of that. And plus you can hide it too. So let me go back here. Let me put it on Solidify. Then I'm just gonna give it a little bit of thickness. That's a little tiny thickness. Like there. A little tiny thickness. Right there. That's good. I'm gonna ignore that blemish for now. But I wonder why. And it's right there. It's not even in its middle part. And then to give it some more pizzazz or some more kick, I add my subsurface. Subsurface. Oh, it's even more pronounced. Oh! I know what happened. You know how I was messing with them angles a lot? I kept messing with them angles. Like that 360. I probably didn't close it in. So I'm sorry about that, people. So the reason it's probably not closed, because when I had that, let me see if I can go. Let me see if I can get Control Z and get back to what I wanted. Let me turn this off. Let me hit Control Z a couple more times. But anyway, I'm gonna see it. It probably won't give me back that stuff no more. Okay, that's it right there. I'm gonna go over 360. Oh, you see that? You see right here? Right here, that's what's causing. I went to 360, 374. I want to try to close it. Close it as much as I can. Let me see if I can close it. Okay, it looks closed now. At 360, it's closed. Now I'm apply it. Apply. And you all saw when I'm not gonna go back and tighten it up right here because you all saw that, because I'm gonna get to my next one. I'm gonna hide this, hide that. I'm gonna hide that. It still got it there. I don't need this anymore. Hide that. Click on this. I don't know why that line right there. See, you see that right there? So you probably have to go into the sculpt mode to get rid of that line. See, nobody ever discussed that with me. See, it's completely sealed. Zap. And you saw that right there. As soon as I get to 360, it made that little weird effect. Now when I go over 360, we see what happened. 374. So if I take the 360, it's gonna put that little weird line there. If you don't, oh, it looks perfect now almost, don't it? Let me put the is that 360? Let me add the subdivision surface to it. Okay, it looks perfect. So 360 make it look completely perfect. I'm not gonna worry about this part right here. I don't want to be redundant. You all saw what I did to fix this part. But 360 will help to keep it perfect. Okay, so now I'm done with this one. After some trial and error and experimentation, we're done with glass 1. So I can hide it. And I think I better move this empty, because you know that empty is very important. I'm going to put it back on the front view. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to click on my select box. I'm going to move this empty as much as possible. I'm eyeballing it now. I'm going to move it. I'm going to hit the move key. Go up to move. I'm going to drag as much as possible to the center. Oh, that look like the center. Oh, it's two empties. So I can get rid of this empty right here. I got two. All right, so good. So let's begin this one. I'm going to take this line. I'm going to grab it. Just move it right here. And that makes it easier for the outside of it. That's wonderful. Then I'm going to hit G, Z, and move it up. But the thing about it, people, you all see how fast it is. Oh, it's the reason it's scaling like this. You see that? Because here's its origin right here. The origin is right there, and that's why it's scaling so weirdly. So I have to take care of that. So I'm gonna hit Object, set Origin, Origin to Geometry. Now it should scale the way I want to scale it. I want to get rid of this the bottom part right here. See? This bottom part. That little line is like it's longer than an actual bottle. So I'm gonna get rid of that little. I'm gonna scale that line just a little. Scale Z, just a little. Can I? Oh, it's still a little bit. Now it's small. Scale Z. And the thing about this, people, the only irritating thing, you gotta eyeball so much. Grab on the Z, and let me drink it up. Well, I can grab Z, and then I can hit these little key. But now I'm just gonna do the mouse. All right, so let's go back to edit mode. Let's see how fast we can make this. Edit. Hit A. We're in point mode, so we can see how subdivide. I'm just gonna give it 10. You can give it as many as you want. I like 10. That's pretty good for this. Cool. So it's on 10. Let me zoom some more so we can all see it better. And I said the main thing is making that empty opaque, so I can see what I want to do. I'm gonna take this and just drag it in just a little. Then I can take this. I can click on both of them, and then just subdivide it right there. And I can adjust this a little bit. See, a little, and I can see that this edge part is perfectly. Take this right here, move it in. So it's gonna be real easy to make most bottles. I'm gonna subdivide it right there. Subdivide. Click on that middle button, and just stretch it out. This is gonna take seconds to make this one. Do this. Right there. Click on there. Add another subdivision. Subdivide. Click on that. Bring it in. And I'm gonna move it some more because we got that unusual top part. See, then you see the top right up here? It's unusual. So this is the easy part right here. I just bring it in. Right there. Bring this in. Right there. I can hit E now. E. And drag it right here. Then E to bring it over, to close it some. I can hit E, X. Put it right there in the center. Then I'm going to add me a couple subdivisions from one right here. I'm going to subdivide this top part right here. Oop, now I want all three. I just want this one and that one. Hit subdivide about 2 times. I want to take this. I want to move it. So let's see if I can move that vertices. Slide vertices. I'm going to see if I can slide it up here. Yes, I can slide it. Then I can bring it in. I want to take this one. I just can bring this in right here. Then for these two, I want to add 2 subdivisions. That I can just, then right here, I just can bring all of these out just a little. Right there. Let me look down. I want to take this in. I want to bring it, I want to hit E and try to bring it to the middle part right there. Then I'm going to add a little couple more subdivisions. I'm sorry. To these points, this point, that point. I add about 2 subdivisions. 1, 2. Now let's take these and just bring them down. Drop it down. Drop it down. Drop it down. And I drop this down. And then, let me zoom out. Let me go back to object mode. See, and it got that bottle shape. I can click right here, hide this, then our moment of truth, and this is empty 1. Here's our moment of truth. I click back on this, go to add, choose screw. It's only messed up because of the axis. It's on. Oh, I want to choose my empty object too. Empty. See, that helps out a lot. That empty helps it out immensely. It's the empty that will help. But I can choose Y, X, but it's really Z. The empty is the thing that will help it out immensely. Then it was a way, I saw a video. There's a way that I found out how to, okay, the bottom part. There's a lot of ways of doing it. I have to, let me see if I can go, if I go to object mode, see, I have to apply it. I hit top view. There's a lot of ways to fix that, the hole. I'm going to try one way right now. I'm going to click on my, this. Then I'm going to hit, grab Z or grab Y, and you see that I fixed the hole right there. That's the easiest way without having had a bunch of modifiers. Grab Y until it closes up all the way. Will it close all the way? I can't get it to close all the way, can it? Also, I better do them other techniques then. Grab Y. Nope, it will not close up 100%. So I just try my other way after I applied. So now, but it's a little bit thicker than the actual glass. That's the thing I hate about it. Is it thicker? Let's see. It looks thicker. Oh. Yeah. That's the thing I hate about it. So to fix that, you know, we always have to apply it, then go up there, then make our final adjustments. But that's not too hard. So I'm going to go back to object mode. Click on it. I will apply. So it's applied. I'm going to take this and just slide it over some GX so I can see how it look. Then I'm going to click back on this. Go to object mode. Go here. I want to put it back in front view so it looks perfect. Let's bring it over. Let's put it back in X-ray mode. And we can select everything like here and just scale it inwards. Scale X. See? It look like that. Then scale Y. It looks something like that. And now, oh, I should have did proportional editing. Let me do proportional editing, cause it didn't make that that curve part look right. Let me put it back in X-ray mode. Highlight it all. Put it back. Scale. Okay. Scale X. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit like it looked there. Not quite. Okay, yeah, that's what I want right there. That's what I want right there. That's what I want. Now the scale Y. Now, and you know this picture just 2D, but it looks close to it. You know you're never gonna get perfection, but it looks close. Look at that. It look close. I can make it a little bit more thinner, but it's close. It's 95% close. And I said I wanted to close this top lid up. So let's go to up here. I gotta zoom in some more. I'm gonna click on this. Oh, brother. Then I wanna hit F. See, that closed it up. I'm gonna go to the bottom. I'm gonna click. It's on edge. Select. Click on the edge. Hit Control Shift A. I hope that do it. Yeah, Shift A. So you have to hit Shift A for the. I'm doing this for the people who need to see something, because I don't use screencast a lot. So you have to put it on Shift A. Shift A. And that makes that looping motion. Edge loops. So I hit Shift A. Then I hit, last but not least, F. I hit F. And now it's closed. Let me get out of here. And now we are done. It looks just like the one on the right. I can make this part a little bit thinner. I can make up here a little bit thinner. But it's good enough. So thank you for stopping by, good people. I hope I didn't bore you. I just gave you a different take on how to use that screw modifier. We know it makes screws, that's why it's named that, but how many of us really make screws? Not many of us. But, oh, I know why. With the screw modifier, you can make stairs. It's good for that. Anything is good for making DNA. You can use it for that. You like a DNA model. So the screw modifier, it has some uses, like for stairs, DNA, anything that got that spiral pattern to it. It's good to use that one. Thank you for stopping by and sharing my journey, because I said I just started this last night. This is the first time I actually practiced it, because you see them errors I was making. So when you were out, we was both learning together. We both. But I know with my idea, it does work. So when you start making your scenes with people in it, and you know when you have them in a cafe or whatever, people gonna be eating, drinking, having bowls or whatever, you could use the screw modifier to help you out immensely. To make bowls, bottles, and whatever. Keep pushing, keep learning. If you're new to the blender, don't stop. You see people, if you've been watching my videos, well, I'm an educator by trade. Now I'm on my, not the summer break. I'm on that Easter break. So now my mind get to wander more. Since I'm on a 1 week break, I get to wander and think more. So keep pushing, people. Don't stop. Till the next time, been a family, 3D family. Peace.